My father founded Hannover Finanz together with the HDI Group in 1979. Even then we noticed there was an increased need for capital on the part of small and medium-sized enterprises for further growth, and we took that on board. We started at the premises of Hannover RE, which remains one of our main shareholders to this day. But we then developed very rapidly, making our home in the Pelican district now. Since our management buyout in 1993, we have ourselves been an investment company with the family at its heart. I'm a member of the second generation to work here in the firm. Today we have more than 40 employees. We have offices in both Hanover and Vienna. We work with very flat hierarchies, making decisions in a team. As a result, we naturally practice a culture of high esteem and mutual respect. Our first and probably also one of the most successful investments was Rossmann. We invested in Rossmann for more than 22 years. There are still lasting friendships, especially between the families. The Rossmann family has now even become an investor in Hannover Finanz. Rossmann is extremely successful today. We have an equity ratio of 57%, operate in 7 countries, and produce excellent returns. We're Europe's economically strongest drugstore company. That's the position today. But in the 1990s, when you were still with us, they were tough times. And that's when it was so important for us to stand together and for Hannover Finanz to help me. Not only with money, but also with advice. I was a successful entrepreneur on my own, but together with Hannover Finanz, I really took it to the next level. We work on an equal footing here, both internally and with the companies in which we invest. With Muster, the mode of cooperation is actually very similar, and when we discuss things with the management, it's always in a very respectful and appreciative way. The entrepreneur's daughter is a journalist and didn't come into question as a successor, and so we came into play. We met several times and had good conversations, and for us the case became very interesting relatively quickly. For me, it was important to understand in the conversations with Mr. Hertz-Eichenroder and Mr. Lumke how people tick and whether that fitted my company, and I was convinced it did. I still am today. From a practical point of view, I have to say that exactly what I was hoping for did actually happen, and was more than what I could offer as head of a family, so to speak. I'm talking about internationalization, which was absolutely necessary, and also finding the people to implement it. I learned through the grapevine that Hannover Finanz in particular has a whole lot of networks and similar connections in the background, from which we have already benefited to some extent.
Hallo alle. Habt ihr die Unterlagen für Klima vorbereitet?
Ja, haben wir vorbereitet.
When it comes to companies with strong growth plans, a minority stake for Hannover Finanz is a good way forward. I met Peter Overlack about 5 years ago. He's a third-generation entrepreneur and has already grown his company independently from single-digit million sales to sales of over 300 million euros. In the partnerships with Hannover Finanz, we have invested in numerous companies, acquired additional companies, and also achieved strong internal growth. The strategy pursued by Hannover Finanz seemed to me to be in line with that of a medium-sized company. The people I talked to and the conversations we had about various commercial issues concerning the company were also extremely important. I had the feeling we were on the same wavelength. It wasn't all new to me. The working relationship with Hannover Finanz is surprisingly uncomplicated, simple, efficient, focused on problem-solving issues and not overly formalized. Today, we're a small, agile team. We live from the direct exchange of experience, and that's why we sit down together with the entire team on a weekly basis and exchange views on all important investment projects and also on the current portfolio. And we listen to everyone. This means we treat everyone equally, from analysts to partners, and we also make decisions together. That joint decision-making helps us to react very quickly and very decisively. The almost 40 companies in which we have a stake feel part of the Hannover Finanz family. And mutual support and the exchange of information and ideas are a part of our everyday lives. In total, our companies generate more than 4 billion euros in sales and employ more than 15,000 people. The challenge for every investment is to find the right model. The special feature with HANNOVER was that the owner family wanted to sell the company completely. We took it on, and in the next step we looked for a new manager who wanted to develop the company with us. It is particularly important to us to continue developing the company further with the manager, further expanding the group and making it sustainably successful. Taking on the position of general manager and the management stakeholding are a clear commitment and responsibility on my part towards Hannover Finanz, towards the HANNOVER hotels and the employees, and towards our external partners. The fact that I'm here now and that we want to create the future of the group together, that's what we stand for, and that was reason enough for me to move from Berlin to Mannheim with my family after almost 10 years. At Hannover Finanz, entrepreneurs talk to entrepreneurs on an equal footing. We stand for experience. We stand for mutual respect. We stand for trustworthiness and integrity, and also for sustainability and a long-term approach.